Hey, J Dubs, putting them outdoors. Is that better? I probably look like I probably did on my other lives because I can still see on my screen. Nate 408. Yeah, I haven't been getting any notifications anybody being live tonight. And as soon as I got on there, J Dubs, you were fixing to go have supper. I just wanted to try and get on my cell phone here and kind of see what I'm looking at. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, guys. I'd appreciate it. I just wanted to get in here for a little bit and talk. Out there, checked my beaver traps today. Uh, Boy, I tell you what, it was a little wet out there. You guys will have to keep an eye out for my check day one. I didn't get, let's just say, Trapper J would say, man down. Let's just say I had a nice little slip. Yeah, notifications are still, I'm having some issues, but um, I do know every time I come on here, it keeps telling me that there's unprecedented connection problems because of everybody trying to get on, and I don't know if that's messing up notifications as well or what's going on. But 90 and sunny there. It was about 45 and soaking wet here, and it's not supposed to get any better the next 2 days. Um, Our trapping season goes out Tuesday, March 31st. I'll be actually pulling my sets though on Monday. I got to go out. I got to go out and go out to work Monday night. So I'll probably pull my traps in the morning. Ronnie Smith, how you doing? It's nice seeing you as well. Oh, okay. I figured that's probably what it was, Nate. Um, I heard that that's a lot of problems with the Google as well. They're all intertwined, I know, but of course, a lot of people aren't in there working, and so therefore it's running on like a. You're saying it's an AI only. 73 and warm in Tennessee. Tell you what, if I get closed down, I might be taking a trip to Tennessee, huh? So you set a lot of your traps off because it's going to be hot the next couple of days. Yeah. Trapper Nation Outdoors, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I'm just trying out this stream yard, and I was on here the other day and I was so blurry and stuff, but I'm gonna say it was definitely everybody was right. I was trying to download a video in the background, and I opened up another session, and I was bored, so I was gonna try StreamYard. David Tornow, you're 42 in Minnesota. Judith Davis, how you doing? 42, that's not too bad. It was only 45 here in Pennsylvania. Yeah, thanks a lot, Trapping Nation. 30 next week, so you'll be trapping. It's now I don't know. My son told me I haven't even looked at the forecast, but I guess it's supposed to start snowing over here a couple days. I'm not ready to go back to the snow. Sometimes I think I'd rather have snow than rain. Hey, Bass and Binks TV, how you doing? Judith, I don't know. I did just post that video that I posted today was just I went and set traps Friday, the 27th, and I did some looking around after I set them. Now, I set on the sign that I had found in my earlier video that I went shed hunting. Ended up finding that sign, and so in that video, if you remember or watched it, I talked about the Erie Canal, and you could see the on the other side where the mules would walk up and down. There's a path up there, and what I did is I went about zero point 0.7 miles. There's a game lands out parking lot, and you can get across the canal right there. So then I walk in zero point 0.7 miles just one way to my so probably early this week I'll put out the video that I did for setting traps. I just uploaded today's video of check one. Jason House, good evening. How are you? 50 and rain in there. 85 and hot. Where are you at, Nate? You got to be down like Florida, Texas, probably. Yeah, imagine if you have them set up for drags, they would probably drag the shade. North Carolina, okay. Get some polar bud oil and add it to your lure for next season. Poplar bud oil, okay. So they're budding right now. So would that be Judith? Would that be kind of make like a food lure almost? Yeah, the with all the rain that we had, all the little feeder creeks that come into that canal, it had it probably down where my traps are. I'm going to say it was probably only up about an inch, but further up it was up quite a bit higher and really muddy water. It was just shoving the muddy water in. Bass and Binks, have you been on the water yet? You catching anything? Okay, on a food lure. Judith, I did find in well the one that I think I uploaded today, the video. I found a couple crossovers too. I probably won't set them this year, but I definitely will keep that in mind next season. Doing good for the most part, just trying to dodge the virus. Yeah, Jason, I hear that. I just matter of fact, I have a buddy from work that's been texting me, and the town that I actually work in over in Ohio, there's a couple different factories, and he's saying that they just had a positive, a person just tested positive for the COVID-19. So it's kind of scary, but got to keep doing what we got to do. Keep washing our hands and doing everything we got to do. My work has not shut down yet. Somehow I become an essential employee. Like probably one of my favorite posts I've seen is the one with Oh, Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. He puts up someone posted Forrest Gump, and just like that, I become an essential employee. Hey, DS Beyond Blessed, how you doing? Just stopped in here. I'm trying this StreamYard out. Able to take and put your guys' comments up here. I think that's pretty neat. 50 to 60 new cases in your little county. Now, are you around a like a bigger city or where I'm from? I mean, there's well, the town that I kind of live by the bigger part of the town. I kind of live out in the middle of nowhere, but the town that I live in, we're like under 1,000 people normal time, but then in the summertime, because of the Palmatuman State Park, we get a lot of people from down around Pittsburgh and stuff like that that come up, and we quadruple in our census. You're classified as essential too. Glad to see you're doing good there, Beyond Blessed. Just kind of hanging out and checking out this StreamYard and see what everybody's up to tonight. I know my notifications haven't been working so well. I was trying to find a few lives to go in and kind of chat with some people, and I don't know if Pondum Outdoors, if he's live tonight, or I'm assuming Trapper Jay will be going live a little bit later. I don't know what I just did there. I think I just hid somebody's post. Oh, okay, you guys, you met. Well, as soon as you say you make stuff for medical, I'm not exactly sure. I do know one of the main reasons that we stayed open, believe it or not, is I work in a cabinet door factory that our byproduct, of course, is sawdust, and our sawdust gets sold for animal bedding, and I guess that's what makes us essential. I don't know. Thank God for PETA, huh? They say they made me essential. Got to have that bedding for the animals. Washington State, you're in a small town that has a big city that is dirty as hell. You guys getting a lot of rain out your way? I know they always say it always rains over there. It's been raining here. It's been crazy. Beyond blessed, where what state you in? Mo Homesteading, how you doing? I'm trying this StreamYard out. I was on it the other day. It was all blurry and stuff. And down in Louisiana, trying this StreamYard out. I was all blurry the other night. We come to believe that I was downloading in the background. I had opened up another session, and I was trying to go live. Computer couldn't handle it. Mo, how's the weather down around you? A lot of us have been having a lot of rain by the looks of it. There's some that, well, North Carolina, Nate was bragging a little bit about being, I think it was 85 and sunny. Yeah, Dave, I did take a look at it. The best that I could see is this camera on this particular laptop will only shoot in 720. I can't, I can't, I think I can change the frames per second. And then there's also something that came up with, I think it was MHZ or something like that. I can do 60 or 50. Yeah, it's definitely part of the clarity is my the camera on this laptop. But I found when I do lives on my cell phone, I have a hard time keeping up with the chat or seeing the chat. Work for a big water company. It rains like cats and dogs. I figure that's what they say up in that area of the country. Hey, Jay's catfishing. How you doing? Yeah, my family and I are doing great. My wife, she works for a nursing home. She's a medical records supervisor. So she's still working. I'm still working. So we're still doing fairly well. Just doing what everybody else is, trying to keep as safe and sanitary as we possibly can. Okay, so if I change because I think it's set at 720, 60 frames per second. So you think if I put it to 30 frames per second, I might get a little bit better quality. Oh, I sorry to hear that, Mo Homestead. Hopefully everything's going to be okay. Like Nate said, be safe. So what's everybody else doing during this time? I mean, you guys staying inside, going out, maybe taking a walk. I know I've done a couple walks, and then of course now that I set those beaver sites, I go for about a mile and a half walk, check the traps. It's nice to just kind of get out and fresh air. You guys will have to check. I was talking a little bit about it. I have a one of my checks. I end up It'll be your check day one. You guys see me post that. I stepped on a rock and slipped. Old Trapper Jay would be hollering, "Man down!" I almost went right into the camera. Actually, anybody been doing any fishing? How about you, Jay's catfishing? You any catfishing? I just bought my license yesterday. And of course, it rained all day today, all night last night, and all day today. If I wouldn't have bought my license, it'd have been beautiful. I'm gonna try and get out and do a little bit of pan fishing right off the get go. Maybe get some nice bluegill or crappie. Try and get some in the freezer. Anybody been out morel mushroom hunting? I'm sure you guys that are in those more southern states, you're probably starting to pop out. I know I was talking to somebody the other night. They said the grays are starting to show up. Got your stuff out, but haven't been fishing yet. Yeah, Judith. I just caught the very end. I saw he went live. He had some spoonbill. I got on there and he showed the boat. I saw a couple spoonbill in the boat, and then he ended up stopping the live stream. It That looks like a lot of fun. I hear they're pretty good eating fish too. I've never had it, but I've heard it's pretty good. Yeah, it was like little over 6 minutes is what I saw. Oh wow. I didn't see that part. I'll have to watch the whole replay then. His wife ate caviar right out of the fish. I mean, if that's what you're into and stuff, I mean, if people like that stuff. Oh, you okay? So what state you in, Jay's catfishing? They actually have you completely locked down. Now, I know in Ohio. See, I live in Pennsylvania, but I work in Ohio. I live right on, literally 5 minutes from the Ohio line, and our place of work, because we are open, and actually right now, if you're a non-essential place, then you're not supposed to be, being out and going and doing things. So we actually have a letter. So if we actually get stopped and get questioned, Chicago, Illinois, we get stopped and get questioned. We have that memo or whatever you want to call it to show them. You went to town for the first time in 2 weeks. There is a lot of people out and about. We've been trying to stay out of, like the grocery stores and stuff like that. I do know we're going to have to make a trip. We're getting low on dog food. Um, we'll have to think about that too, because I don't feed our dogs scraps, but that might be something to do just to keep us out. Well, I wonder, yeah, like repeat offenders, if they come and take you down to jail for 3 to 6 hours, $500 fine, and then next day they catch you again. I wonder. I'm sure it'd be a heftier fine. There's a shelter in place or a in place order here. People just don't care. You're only supposed to be out if it's absolutely necessary. Right. I was watching on Ralph's trucking. Of course, he's on the road. He drives the truck, and he was showing a couple of his videos of all the traffic and stuff that is on the roads. Pretty much, I go to work, I come home, and I go out and take a walk in the woods. And right now, I'm checking traps. Now, I am only checking traps till Monday morning, then I'll be done. My biggest concerns like going to the gas station and grabbing pump handles and stuff like that. If I'm gonna, I gotta keep. They expect me to keep working. Of course, I'm gonna have to travel, so I'm gonna have to use gas. Trappers for 100 years. You helping a slaughterhouse. Well, I'm sure they're probably busy right now. I imagine with the way everybody's buying everything up. I know there's some people saying that they go in, and there's like no meats in the meat section. I'm lucky I have some wild game in our freezer. Um, we have I actually on New Year's I actually I found a deal on some pork loin, so I bought a couple of those. So we're gonna we can cut those into chops. I can smoke the whole thing, whatever we want to do, and it'll feed us for a while. Yeah, so our son talking about no eggs, no bread, no toilet paper. So my son he goes to actually if you look at my shirt here, it's Slippery Rock University. My son goes down there and they're doing online the rest of the year. So he had to go down Friday. He had 2 hours. He had to go in, get his stuff, and get out. He's only allowed to have one other person with him. And so he went down there, and it was like we hit the jackpot. He ended up having a thing of toilet paper. I think there was like 5 or 6 rolls in there. He had some Clorox wipes. So we might have some extras we might be able to sell to the highest bidder, right? Yeah, Judith, that's a good idea. Um, I actually have a pair of old work gloves. I don't use them very often at work. I'm a supervisor, but when I am on the floor and I step in there, I have some gloves that I use. Well, I just took my old pair and threw them in my truck. So I throw those on to pump my pump my gas, and yeah, beyond blessed. That's the tough thing is when you have loved ones that have immune deficiency or have issues with their immunity and stuff. Um, I know my wife; she's got to watch very closely. She's constantly washing her hands and sanitizing and stuff like that. So she can't even, I mean, it's very rough on her when she gets even like just a cold or the flu. I think okay, so what Nick's saying is that we should set our channels to not for kids, so your subscribers can hit the bell. That's part of the notification issue. I do believe I'll have to check and see if my channel is set not for kids. I know every time I post my videos, I have it set not for kids. I'll have to check that out. Is there something in your channel settings that you can set it up? I'm almost positive mine's set. Yeah, I did know that. So if it says made for kids, that doesn't mean that it's kid friendly. So it's kid specific content. Yeah, so they would not view probably an outdoors channel as a kid specific content. So what's your guys' I'm gonna assume everybody likes fishing. Uh what do you guys like to fish for? I know Jay's catfishing. I know you're gonna say catfish. My favorite's definitely pan fishing. I like trying to catch them big slab crappies and perch and even those bluegills. Most you guys call them, I think you guys call them brim. Yeah, crappie, Judith. That's what my wife, she hopes we catch a lot of crappie and bring them home. And my son's been fishing with his buddy. They've been catching a lot of perch. He gave them all to his buddy, and then he went over to his buddy's house for a big fish fry. Well, I shouldn't say big fish fry. Him and his buddy fried up the fish they caught and ate it. Trout, yeah, those are. I actually bought a trout stamp first time in probably, I'm going to say 4 years. I'm going to try and get out, and ours are all stock trout around where I live. I could go up into like the Allegheny Mountains, kind of north northeast of where I'm at, and get into the brook trout, um, the native brookies. They're fun to catch. They're very skittish though. Yeah, okay, so maybe that's probably why Nate, mine's probably already set there because I don't have to change all my videos. Whenever I upload, when I go to the setting part, it's already clicked for no not made for kids. It's already set for me. But I think I had to when they first did that, I think I had to put that setting in. Yep, I think that's the way to go is chasing those wild brookies and browns. First time I went up my I was fishing just it was a small creek. I mean, I could probably jump across this thing without even thinking about, going in. It was so small, and yet we were catching. There are brookies that the native brookies we were catching. They put trout in your lakes for winter pay. Jason Housel likes saltwater fishing. J Dubs Outdoors is back. So you got a lifetime sportsman's license, which includes trout, but no trapping. You have to buy that every year. So with that sportsman's license, does that cover fishing and hunting? I mean, can you like go whitetail deer hunting on that sportsman license? Yeah, my trapping is it cost me $20.90 every year. Jason House, so I always like going out on saltwater fishing. I lived when I was younger. I lived a little for a little while down in Hollywood, Florida, just below Fort Lauderdale, and the neighbor guy would always take us out. We always had a blast. We always caught big fish too. It does in Mississippi. So J Dubs, do you still got to buy your trapping part like Nate does? You can hunt and fish, but you still got to buy your trapping license then? Okay, okay, so $25 extra. It'd be the same. If you're going to be paying 30, they'd pass it for 300. That'd be basically 10 years. Does anybody know if Trapper Jay's going to go live tonight? I'm figuring he's with it down. He's down there spoonbill fishing and stuff. He might not. Okay, so probably like your federal ducks, like your duck stamps and stuff like that. You guys got to buy that probably as well, correct? I'm not really a duck or goose hunter, but I know I went a couple times and I had to buy a federal duck stamp. Sure, that's not included in that stuff. Yeah, Nate, that would definitely be worth it. Yeah, Mo Homesteading. She got a call from work. There was an issue at the store, so she had to run in there. She said she might be back. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna, stay on here, but I figure, well, there's nobody else live. I might as well go and check out this stream yard, and I'm glad to see it's at least a little bit clearer. Yeah, it's figured that. Yep, that's what I kind of figured. J Dubs. Oh, okay. The emergency's okay. She's just got to take care of a few things. That's good to hear. Yeah, so J Dubs, I had to ask what kind of fish everybody likes to fish for or to eat. What's your favorite? Everybody see Jakey Crack uploaded his video vlog today. He moved some traps around again. Okay, that's good to hear, Nate. So Mo Homesteading's through Nate letting us know that she's good. red drum, and flounder. I went flounder fishing once. Trying to think, where was I at? I don't know if I was. I think I was on the in the sound down there on the Outer Banks. We only caught a couple, and I think there's a size limit. Nobody on the boat got even had a keeper. David Tornell walleye and crappie. You like to skin fish, trout, and salmon. I love catching them. Uh, I usually so I'll be trout fishing this year, and if I catch any, I usually bring them home, clean them up, freeze them, and then I have a couple Amish that I work with. I give them to them. They're all stock fish, so I figure if I'm my fees go to paying for that stocking, so I don't eat them, but I make sure I give them to somebody that can eat them. So I'm hoping once we yeah, the skin fish over the scale fish, yeah, they're less flaky. My plan is hopefully next weekend is to get the cover off my boat, start getting that thing all cleaned up, ready to rock and roll, and hopefully we'll get out there and start hammering some walleye and some crappie. You like the sturgeon fishing? I think it'd be cool to catch one of those someday, maybe. He just looked like a real cool looking fish. Just till this cold rain come in, I know they were starting the walleye bite was starting to turn on. Hey David, what's the average size of a sturgeon? Those things look so big too. I mean, I'm sure you can catch smaller ones, but what's like the average size like you would normally catch if you went sturgeon fishing? Grilled salmon. Yeah, we I live real close, I live just south of Erie, Pennsylvania, so I have in the past got an Erie stamp, and you can go up there and catch stillhead. They're like a rainbow trout, almost like a salmon, I guess. I've only I've released all the ones I've caught after I tried cooking one up, and it didn't go so well for me. Probably just because I don't know how to cook it, prepare it. That's half the battle a lot of times. I've I tried part of it on a grill and with lemon juice, and somebody said stuff it with like oranges, like with us oranges, and I think it was onion and something else. It wasn't good either. 40 on the average. It's a pretty nice sized fish. It's about like what we catch the muskie over here in the Pomatumin Lake. It's funny you said that, David, because I had a gentleman tell me that if I don't like trout, cooking it and stuff like that, he said to smoke it. So if you smoke the trout, he said that's the only way to go. What kind of chips you use, Dave? You do like a hickory smoke, or you do cherry, or a mesquite, or does it really matter? I think a pecan would be pretty good with maybe a trout with fish. Yeah, Nate, you do it that's the way I've always done it. I put it in foil with the butter and the garlic, and well, I like I said, I've tried lemon, I've tried orange, and I think to me, it's more it's a strong, like a strong fish taste, I guess. I prefer a more milder, um, flakier type fish. I don't like that real strong fish taste, I guess. I was told if you smoked it, that kind of goes away. Do apple. Um, that that'd probably so I do apple. My favorite thing to use to smoke is cherry, um, especially pork. I love smoking pork and a cherry. Kind of gives it that I don't for some reason like it gets just kind of sweet, the cherry flavor. Yeah, that's what Nate. I was just looking at your comment there. I just posted. I knew that they were in the same family. I didn't know how. I know there's different types of salmon. I didn't know if the rainbow. I mean, I think steelhead. They call them lake trout. Rainbow. Now I've never heard that, Judith. Frying it. That would be something different. Did they like do it in a deep fryer? Or did they like fry it like in like oil and then flip it in like in the pan? Hey man, nice to see you. Come back. We're just talking a little bit about the types of fish, and we got talking more about the trout fishing and or not so much trout fishing, but talking about cooking up trout, salmon, and steelhead. I'm not a big fan of eating it. I love catching it though, and these guys are giving me some good ideas of how to maybe try it again. Still heads the ocean going. Okay, so that's of course why they're probably in Lake Erie, and then in the spring they come up into the tributaries, and that's where we usually catch them from. You like fried catfish beyond blessed? That's one of my favorite eating fish is catfish. Um, if we go out to a restaurant and I'm feeling like eating seafood or something like that or fish, they have a farm raised catfish on the menu. I usually get that. My son, he likes catching the channel cats here in our lake, and we kept a couple last year and cooked them up. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Hopefully he'll be all right. His arm's definitely busted up pretty good. I had a nephew that was on a four-wheeler, and he was flying across the field. What he didn't know is there was a drainage ditch, and he hit that full speed. Well, he continued across the ditch. The bike did not. His arm looked like it was like in an S shape. You're on your tablet, so you're typing substandard. Probably 10 times better than mine. Now, where's the Red River at, David? I know a lot of these guys, they use like in the big, the river, catching catfish in the rivers and stuff like that. They use bluegill for bait. I imagine you could do that too in a lake. But I've never had any luck. I tried it a couple different times. I actually like using chicken liver and mesh. Like I put it in a little mesh. I actually use the mesh that you would use for the roe for that we use for steelhead fishing. I'll put some chicken liver in that, tie it up, throw it out. So it's between Minnesota and North Dakota. Now, does that river freeze over? Being you guys are so far north, or does it? Is there areas that it stays open? Yeah, Judith. We usually catch channel cat. This is what we catch more often. We do get flathead here and there though, but yeah, flathead is definitely I like it better. But I won't pass up a channel cat either. It's thin. I was watching guys, and I don't know what river it was, but they were up. And it could have been in Canada. I'm not sure, but there's open water, and they'll be going, and they use those all those boat motors. It's like a prop that just goes straight out with a propeller on the back end of it. They get flying. They get going so fast. They're going up through there, and then they just slide up onto the ice. Then they get out and they drill their holes and stuff, and there's open water just right over there. They were hammering the fish out of there, catching walleye and big crappie. Beaver tail. Yeah, I was gonna take some that beaver that I caught. I was gonna take some of that of the tail and take some of that meat out of there and try that. Totally forgot all about it, and I threw the when I threw the carcass out, the tail went with it. What is it with the beaver tail? Is it the oils or is it the smell of it that attracts the fish? You know, David? That's what I'm thinking. That's the only thing I can think of, really. What I mean by next time. Well, guys, uh, almost been on here about an hour. I think I'm gonna probably get off of here. Um, I appreciate you guys coming in here, um, helping me figure this out. Beaver tail cook. You cook beaver tail. I've heard of that. I was talking more of using beaver tail for fishing, but yeah, guys. So I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for helping me figure this out. Um, I am going to try and I think Nate, you told me to put that on 720, 30 frames per second. So I'm going to try and do that and see if I can't clear this up a little bit. But I appreciate every one of you guys coming in here. Remember, tomorrow night I will be having a showcase. It's White Bone Outdoors. So if you guys can make it in there, I'd appreciate that. Um, share it out and get people in there, and we'll help White Bone Outdoors get some people get over to his channel. So yeah, you guys all have a great night. You guys stay safe, and as always, guys, you have a blessed day.